The late 18th century heralded the emergence of financial dynasties whose names would become synonymous with unprecedented wealth and influence. The Rothschilds, beginning with Mayer Amschel, created a banking empire spanning Europe's capitals. Their innovation in international bond markets and private intelligence networks enabled them to move capital with remarkable speed, financing everything from industrialization to entire nations at war. In America, John D. Rockefeller built Standard Oil into an industrial colossus through relentless efficiency and integration, revolutionizing how businesses operated despite later antitrust challenges. Meanwhile, J.P. Morgan single-handedly stabilized the American financial system during the Panic of 1907, essentially functioning as a central bank before the Federal Reserve existed. These families secured their legacies through sophisticated mechanisms: family trusts preserving wealth across generations, strategic marriages consolidating power, and media ownership shaping public opinion. They didn't merely accumulate fortune, they architected the very foundations of modern economic power. The age of dynasties didn't fade with history. It evolved into corporate empires wielding unprecedented influence. The Walton family, through Walmart, transformed global retail, dictating supply chains that impact millions of workers across continents. The Koch brothers leveraged their industrial conglomerate to build a vast political network promoting free market ideologies that reshape public policy. The Murdochs, meanwhile, control media empires that mold public opinion and political discourse worldwide. These modern dynasties exercise power through sophisticated mechanisms: strategic lobbying that bends regulations to their advantage, calculated philanthropy that steers policy discussions, and masterful communication strategies that manage public perception. Their influence operates largely unseen, embedded within legitimate business operations. Yet their decisions affect everything from labor conditions to environmental policies. These families represent the new aristocracy, hereditary power translated into corporate authority, their boardroom decisions rippling through our economies and societies with the force of law. The reach of elite families extends well beyond commerce into the machinery of governance itself. Through strategic campaign contributions and sophisticated lobbying operations, these dynasties secure privileged access to lawmakers who shape regulations affecting their empires. The notorious revolving door blurs public and private interests as individuals shuttle between government positions and lucrative corporate roles, carrying relationships and insider knowledge with them. Think tanks across the political spectrum, from the Heritage Foundation to the Brookings Institution, receive substantial funding from these families, producing research and policy recommendations that align with their benefactors' interests. Perhaps most concerning are the exclusive gatherings like the Bilderberg Group and World Economic Forum, where global elites convene behind closed doors to align agendas with minimal public scrutiny. The democratic process itself bends under this influence, as policies increasingly reflect the priorities of wealth rather than the broader public good, corroding the foundation of representative government and civic trust. Financial elites possess not just wealth, but the ability to influence markets themselves, sometimes profiting from the very instability they help create. Through high-frequency trading algorithms and exclusive financial instruments, they can generate market volatility that serves their interests while destabilizing economies. Their concentrated investments in real estate markets inflate property values worldwide, creating housing bubbles that yield massive profits before inevitable collapses devastate ordinary homeowners. Offshore havens and labyrinthine shell companies shield these maneuvers from public scrutiny and taxation. Even central bank policies designed to stabilize economies' low interest rates and quantitative easing disproportionately benefit those who already hold significant assets. The 2008 financial crisis exemplifies this dynamic perfectly. While complex mortgage-backed securities and regulatory failures triggered global economic suffering, certain elite institutions actually profited by betting against the housing market they helped inflate. The subsequent government bailouts of institutions deemed too big to fail revealed the ultimate privileged privatized profits paired with socialized losses, transferring public wealth to preserve private fortunes.